I'm Keeler Davis from Indian Point Plantation. It's the first week of August, and we're getting things going. The beans are green, the bucks are growing, and we're looking to get some food plots in, some stands hung, and some trail cameras put up to see what we got and get ready for the fall. So our first kind of process of making our food plots, whether it's last year's food plots or this year's food plots, is bush hogging and spraying. If it's low enough, you can typically get some spraying in before you bush hog, but typically you want to bush hog to get the roots exposed and really get that spray to penetrate. So the combination that I use is a mixture of glyphosate, 2,4-D, and a surfactant of your choice, whether it's crop oil or surfact by Drexel. That's what I use, and this is just for a total burn down. You don't want anything left, so when you go into till, it completely just emulsifies in there and you have a great seed bed to go. Now what I personally use is a 25-gallon tank. It's easy, it's got boom sprayers in the back. You can get it from any Tractor Supply, Rural King, whatever it is. And our formula kind of breaks down to about 2 acres is what 25 gallons will treat. Now what you need to put in there is about 4 quarts of glyphosate, which will take care of all your grasses, and it's a non-selective. Your 2,4-D, which will use about 1.5 quarts to 2 to get a good mixture, and then you'll use just a small amount of surfactant to make sure it sticks to the crop and gets a good kill. So our #1 priority at Indian Point Plantation is to keep getting better and better for ourselves and for our clients. Something that we're really excited about, and is our newest project, is a Missouri duck farm located in the G Bottoms area. We're sandwiched between 10 Mile Pond and Reelfoot Lake, so we're prime in the flyway. Going to that area, you expect to see a lot of ducks, and boy, would our neighbors kill them last year. We had one of our neighbors and our farmer to the south kill about 2,700 ducks last year, which is, astronomical for me coming from Florida and only killing 1 greenhead in my life. So I'm really excited about it, and we have a bunch of big plans. Something that really surprised me is, you expect to see the ducks in that area, but you don't usually see a block that provides some diversity as well. We have thousands of quail on the place and a couple good deer growing up right now. It's a little bit different from here in Illinois. They're more transient deer, following ditches and everything. So, it's something we got to learn. It's a new setup, and we have a couple more tactics we can use. In Missouri, you can feed during the off season, which is pretty cool. You can grow better racks and you can get a better inventory of what you have on the property. And as regards to the ducks, right now it's in a good spot to be set up the way we want it. Previously, it just got enrolled in WRP. It's only about 2 years old, but it has a lot of mature trees, which is really awesome, and upland grasses, which lend to the quail aspect of things. And basically what it breaks down to is it's divided into 6 different pools. One that backs up against one of the main ditches in the area, and one that goes against the gravel road. So it's kind of sandwiched between those 2 areas. And we already have an electric well in place. We're working right now to get pipes run underground to our pools to be able to keep the water flowing even when everything else is frozen. Meaning we'll have the ducks when everything else is covered up, and we'll be able to hold birds longer. Now there was already a pit blind in place, a concealed comfort, but we're looking to do more and add another one. This property is 300 acres, and about 100 acres of it we're going to be able to hunt for ducks, and the rest we're going to leave for the other wildlife. So we're really excited about it, and I think it could be a good addition to our club. Moving on to day 2, we started assembling the redneck blinds. Obviously they're super easy to put together, it didn't take us very long, and we were off and running. So another new farm we have is the Polk County farm over by the Ohio River. It's a great spot, just acquired it, and has a big log cabin that we're looking to remodel, and it kind of provides a different vibe than what we had before, and it's a really nice spot for our clients. As far as the hunting goes on our new Ohio River farm, it's looking to be really good. It reminds me a lot of our last property in the sense that all the ridges used to be crop ground that had been converted into CRP. Something different, however, is that these are really good for quail as well. You're sensing a tendency. A lot of our new farms offer a lot of upland bird quality as well. And this one, what's kind of cool about it is we've altered our game plan a little bit. You know, typically we'll do really big ag fields, you know, 5 to 8 acres, and we'll have it all together. But with this one, we kind of had a unique chance to be able to divide a larger food plot into smaller sections and keep it central, making the deer feel more comfortable and provoking movement throughout the plots in, you know, directions as they're rutting. And here comes day 3. We tried to beat the heat again. It's time to set the redneck blinds. We got them assembled. Now it's time to put them in the perfect spot for the fall. We chose to put this one on one of our new leases. It's a really cool spot, and we kind of learned from last year. We didn't have a lot of great spots that provided really thick cover for that lockdown to rut phase. And this is why this farm is so appealing. What it is an old tree farm, and it's about as thick as it gets. Right now, we're not expecting it to be an early season spot or even hunt it, even if there was a good buck early season. We want to target it when the rut is happening and the deer are the most vulnerable. So we set a redneck blind in our favorite spot on this farm. It's the biggest field, which is small, about an acre size. But here we're trying to utilize plot mixes that are going to be utilized by the deer during that early November time frame, not late season, not early season. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a variety of cereal grains, oats, wheat, triticale, a couple winter peas, and then maybe top dress it all with a brassica blend, because we saw that last year. It worked great. Early season, late season, it didn't matter. It really extended the life of our plots. So that was our game plan going in. We have about 3 other plots on the place, but didn't really require a redneck blind. This redneck blind is going to be perfect. It was not a great win for the spot. This is why we employed this tactic, and it's gonna keep our scent perfectly where we need it. Same day, we're moving on to the Ohio River farm. Placing rednecks, we had a very specific spot we wanted to put this one. Another reason we didn't have a great wind, and it was on a ridge top. But this really lends itself to a great rifle stand, but we wanted to make it a good archery stand as well. And the reason that worked so well is because we were able to employ the spokes on a wheel food plot design. Now, the reason for this is because you have the central food plot in the middle, and you have your lanes that go away, not just mowed or baited like you would in the South. We have it planted. So it employs the deer with the thick CRP in between to move to the stand and then down the next lane. Brings them into bow range, ideally, and that's our food plot method for this. That's not the only food plot we have in store. We have 3 other kill plots that we have sandwiched into tight bedding. And this is because we think this is gonna be the area that we have the best chance at harvesting a mature whitetail. Because we have 3 plots, we're able to use 3 different winds. One wind is an east wind. You can tolerate some north. The other is a west wind. You can tolerate some south. And then we have one that's down right next to the creek bottom that we don't even plan on hunting, because we're gonna create a less attractive food source down there, but we're gonna use it and plant it to promote movement throughout the food plots and make the deer check each individual one, as there's topography that limits their vision during the rut. So, the one that requires the east wind is my favorite stand so far. I have video of us putting up the ladder stand, and it's looking to be a really good spot. It's got some thick cover right around the stand, and you're able to see all 3 plots from this area, and it's great for calling situations. And as the final 2 days of the project are approaching, we put up some Millennium ladder stands and Millennium lock-ons. Our tactic from Missouri is much different than it would be in Illinois because of the limited cover. So we had to get very creative when figuring out where to put these stands. One of our favorite spots is, of course, where the redneck blind's gonna go. This spot lends itself to a great position because it's just below the leveed pools and between the timber of this property. So your access is gonna be great. The deer aren't gonna be able to see the gravel road where you probably will be parked, and it's gonna be a great access point because it comes where the ditch crosses through the middle wooded draw, and we're gonna have plenty of early season because of the September season, which I love as well. After we're getting the redneck blind together, we decided to start placing lock-ons. This was a strategic decision to keep our stands a little more hidden than the bulky ladder stands that we usually put up here in Illinois. We're not sure how the deer are gonna react, so we picked some great pinch points and we planned ahead. Right now, everything looks good. The grass is tall, the woods are thick, and there's no water on the place. But we had to think ahead for where the water's gonna be in the pools. Our theory is they're gonna travel the dry spots, the high spots that are surrounding the pools, primarily the levees, which we're gonna keep mowed, and some other dry areas. So that's the one that we have on a block of woods on our south side of the property. And then we're gonna have another lock on that we put up on the main ditch to the west. You know, we've heard from our farmers and even the real estate agent that helped us get this whole thing going, that the deer in that area travel the ditches because between these big ag fields, that's the only cover they have. So that's our theory with that one, and we're not sure how it's gonna work, but based on everything we know, we think we got them in great spots for the fall. So we changed our planting strategy a little bit this year based on timing. We had a lot of clover plots that did great from last year, but what we wanted to introduce this year was brassica plots. They had great success last time, and we wanted to kind of edit our strategy a little bit. We noticed that the green coming up was great, absolutely great for October, even better than clover, even better than beans. It was awesome for the deer. But once they kind of matured out and didn't get as palatable, it didn't seem like they were hitting it as hard. So something we did this year was plant later. Obviously it's the first week of August. Last year we planted the last week of June. So something that's gonna do is make our greens more palatable towards season, and it's gonna make our bulbs smaller. Last year they were this big. I'm sure you remember the pictures. They were the size of 2 softballs maybe. And this year we wanna make them more palatable for the deer and make it just more approachable for them to be able to enjoy during the late season. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully the next time you see me, I'll be chasing Utah elk with my dad and our great buddy Mac. And we're gonna be launching some arrows, that's for sure. My dad's been the last 3 years, hasn't tagged one yet, and this will be my first time. It's definitely a dream hunt, and to harvest an elk would be a dream come true. So stay tuned. We are gonna be coming at you from Utah R&K Ranch next time.